Mr. Mo, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
We did the Tough Mudder.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so I sustained the injury. You sustained the injury, so we're going to talk about it to some extent. And again, I had some issues with my meniscus in the past on the left side. And the reality is, like, I exceeded the capacity. I was going at a fast clip, and it was tough. So one of the key things that I want to be able to share with you guys is that even though I have the side of pain on the medial aspect of my knee, there's a lot of things I can do to be able to enhance my recovery. So one of the key things I want to do is like be able to, again, go after my mobility, my ankle, and also look at my glute activations and my hip. So instead of just trying to be able to do a lot of regional therapy, I can make it more global, so not to piss off the tissue locally. So one of the best things that you can actually do, and again, it has a massive amount of a physiological overflow, is try to do an isometric exercise. So if you don't mind, just hold these. So especially throughout the day, if I'm in a seated position, I can be able to use my arms and try to bring my knees in. I can hold it for about 10 seconds, and I can let go. Now, the other thing I like, I can change the angle. I can take it a little bit further out, push in. Again, I'm maintaining my neutral spine, I'm breathing. And I can also go on the outside. I can even take it further by trying to be able to activate my hip flexors. And I'll be able to do that. Again, one of the most amazing aspects of the research is that you do an amazing amount of muscle recruitment.
Right.
Upwards of 90%, and whatever strength you gain, it is within that 10 degrees of range of motion that you're applying it to.
Absolutely.
Okay? So again, it's something that that is going to help me. Again, I don't want to completely stay off loading my joint, so I'm still walking, but again, no running. I'm not doing anything that is aggravating it. One of the golden rule is, whatever your scale of 1 to 10 is, try to stay within 6. So don't exceed it, and then just give that tissue some time for it to be able to heal. Now, the other thing is that, again, considering that how much mechanically and physiologically I messed up the cell, we can talk about some of the products that Mo has, and then we can talk about if that is also going to be able to, again, promote and accelerate my healing.
Absolutely. So one thing that he noted is the fact that there is inflammation, there's local inflammation in the joint there. Whether it's a meniscal tear or actual arthritis in the joint, you always need to combat that inflammation. There's a lot of things that you can use. One of the common things that people like to use, of course, is curcumin, which is turmeric, and that's something that you can definitely use. Designs for Health has a very bioavailable form. But what we also do have is a specific product which is called Arthroben, and that actually is an anti-inflammatory specifically for joints. It actually does rival NSAIDs without the side effects. You're actually getting the benefits of having a product that you can take on the long term without the detrimental side effects that you can find from taking NSAIDs. Not only that, the bioflavonoids and the ingredients in it are actually going to help with cartilage formation, which again is very important when you're looking at joints, because degradation of cartilage is one of the reasons why you do have local inflammation. One of the other things that you can look at is also having very healthy mitochondria. A lot of times we do ignore that, but the mitochondria and healthy mitochondria is something that you really do need to actually help. This is a product called Mitochondrial Energy, and it does have a combination of B vitamins, turmeric again. It does have ingredients that are also anti-inflammatory along with the turmeric. It contains the intermediaries and cofactors of the Krebs cycle, which is, if you know a little bit of science, you know that that's where energy production lies. So you actually are taking a supportive product that you can take before workout, or you can also take it for active recovery after on, and you can take it on a regular basis just for overall healthy mitochondria and energy production.
Are you going to break it down for us, the Krebs cycle?
No, not right now. We need a diagram for that.
Are we going to have a lesson in histology? And
maybe in the next video.
So I got, sadly enough, I have signed up, well, this is before this, for another race in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to sort of like, take this and then see if it's going to help or not, right? But I think to me, this is everything that you guys want to become aware of, that anytime you do anything else, that anticipate this. This is part of like, the process, right?
Right.
And it's funny that you sustained the injury. Do you want to talk about it?
Well, I had a previous injury, and I'm always cognizant when I'm doing some form of exercise to not aggravate it. I do have a little bit of arthritis in both knees, and I had a soft tissue injury before that. So I did avoid a couple of the Tough Mudder obstacles that I knew were going to be bad for me. Smart. So yeah, again, these are a couple of things that I take on a regular basis. I always take our curcumin veil, which is a really great product, and that also combats any inflammation. And a lot of tips from Dr. T on what I need to do to have a healthy overall musculoskeletal system. So he's got the goods when it comes to what I need to do for the body.
It's amazing. So the other thing is like, look, you know what? Don't stop completely. There's other things that you want to be able to do. Whatever area that you're injured, try to be able to look at the joint below and superior to that, and then do other things that is more global and just rest that part of the body to some extent, but try to maintain overall functionality.
One thing I have noticed, this is from my own experience of injuries, is that when you address things globally, you actually are targeting things that you neglect, and these muscles actually keep the whole body in line. So it's very important to do that.
You are preaching to the choir, my brother.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys, and till next time.
Till next time.